Thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Sucker Free. Today we talking about New York City Human Resources Administration. So I'm sure y'all all saw this video. If y'all haven't, I'll post a link in the description. But a young sister by the name of Jasmine Headley was waiting in line at the New York City Human Resources Administration trying to get her daycare vouchers. And y'all know how it is in these public service places, you know what I mean? Like, they're mad busy, they're usually very congested. So on this particular occasion, she shows up trying to get her daycare vouchers, and there's not enough seats in the place, which is a common thing, right? So what happened? She didn't try to force somebody out of their seat. Now, y'all know how it is waiting in these places, man. Like, there's usually somebody that come in that's usually sick. There's usually somebody that come in there that's usually pregnant. Somebody that come in there that's real elderly. And I've seen people just get up and give people their seats. All right? But evidently nobody there saw fit to give this black woman and a baby, a 1-year-old baby she was holding. His name is Damone. Nobody saw fit to give this black woman a seat and her baby a seat in this place. All right? That's fucked up. You got grown men in that motherfucker sitting down comfortably. They all pulled out their cameras when the police showed up, which I'm gonna get to. They all pulled out their cameras and was able to stand up when the police showed up so they could get a flick, right? But nobody saw fit to just give her a seat. It's not like you're gonna lose your spot. You know what I mean? They got a number-based system. They call your fucking number. You know what I mean? You're not gonna fucking lose out. I know the wait is long and shit, but you know, some people, their number was right up next, I'm sure. And them be the situations where you see people get up. Sometimes people will just get up and be like, yeah, you can have my seat. My number is like coming up really soon, right? What the fuck? Like, nobody saw fit to do that for her. But okay. But what happened is a security guard walks up to her and he's like, yo, you can't sit on the floor. And she's like, well, there's nowhere to sit. You know what I mean? And nobody, and I guess she didn't say that nobody's offering her a seat, but I would say, and look, nobody's offering me no seat neither. All right, so there's clearly no place to sit, and the security guard singled her out to harass her and say, look, you can't sit on the floor. You're gonna have to stand up. Now, she's holding a baby. You know, a woman holding a baby, that shit can get tiring. Have you ever seen a woman hold a damn baby? That shit can get tiring. You know, don't nobody want to have their hip out the whole time holding the baby. And plus, this is a newborn baby. She wanted to be, baby's only a year old. That's basically a newborn, very little baby. So she's just trying to, you know, kind of be comfortable and hold the baby. She don't want to be standing the fuck up holding a baby if she can avoid it. And it's not like her being on the floor was a safe thing either. The floor is dirty, the air that's low to the ground, people are kicking up dust while they walking. That's not a safe place to be, but damn, for the sake of rest, that's what she was going for. I can't tell her how to mother her child, but damn, you know, that's what she felt comfortable doing. It's not like she was bothering anybody. It's not like she was sprawled out in the aisle or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So this security guard, he calls the fucking police on her because she didn't want to stand up. He couldn't just leave her be. He couldn't just let her be where the fuck she at. Understand? And now when the cops show up, everybody that was sitting down, everybody got their cameras. Everybody stood up then. And that's some despicable ass shit. All you motherfuckers that was in there that day, this happened a couple days ago. All you motherfuckers that was in there that day that stood up then when the cops showed up, y'all some hoes. Y'all some bitches. And if you listening to this video, come into the comments and I'ma fight with y'all. Fight with me in the comments. Fight me in the comments, motherfucker. You's a hoe and you a bitch. And you need to be mud stomped for allowing that type of shit to happen. Hell, when the police showed up, I would have been like, here, just have the seat, man. So just so these motherfuckers don't fuck with her. Just so they don't get to her. Y'all motherfuckers need to have a goddamn code and quit being so goddamn brain dead out there, man. You motherfuckers in Brooklyn, you motherfuckers that was out there, you in particular, I'm talking to y'all. I'm not talking to them motherfuckers over there. I'm talking to y'all, you understand? It's one of them things with me right now, right? So I'm saying, like, they show up, 12 show up, acting up. They grabbing all on her. They dragging her across the floor. And then one saw fit to grab her dang baby. Baby boy Damone is his name. They saw fit to grab Damone and started yanking at him like they trying to start a fucking lawnmower with two hands yanking him. Some fat white cop that need to be shot, if you ask me. A fat white boy that need to be killed. Grabbing him and just yanking at the baby, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit, right? And we watching this shit happen. All the other officers, they participating in it, and I guess it might have been a security guard, pulls out the stun gun, aims it at the crowd like, what the fuck y'all hoe ass motherfuckers gonna do? Y'all some bitches, y'all didn't want to give this woman a seat. Y'all some hoes, what y'all gonna do? I'll shoot y'all with my motherfucking taser, you hoes. That's the kind of stance that motherfucker took when he pulled out a stun gun and aimed it at the crowd like, y'all pussies anyway. Yo, you need to have your brains knocked out too, man. Use a hoe too, dog. Alright? And the reason I bring up this talk of they need to get their brains blowed out is look at what the white supremacist terrorist media does after one of they white supremacist terrorist race soldiers get caught up assaulting or murdering an unarmed black person. What do? The media come out in force to try to soft pad their presence, try to humanize their presence. And they do it just long enough before a trial will even happen, because a trial usually take about a year for a trial to come down. They do it just long enough before the trial to where a potential jury pool done already seen the humanizing aspect of it, done already caught the dog whistle to, okay, this is a white supremacist that you should go easy on if you're called up for jury duty. So what I'm saying is before these motherfucking officers' faces is released, the current needs to be out of, yeah, you need to get your head blown off, motherfucker, so they know when they walk in the streets, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't safe, bitch. Ain't shit safe, hoe. That's why I'm doing that shit. That's why I say that's the way that shit's supposed to go. But anyway, back to the facts, back to Jasmine Headley, the victim, and her son, the victim, Damone. They hit her up with charges like behavior that's injurious to a child or potentially injurious to a child, when it's clear in the video they were the ones being injurious to the child. There goes that white supremacist terrorist imagination again, being allowed to stand as fact. Punk ass motherfuckers, man. What else? Trespassing, all this other shit. They hit her with like 4 different charges. She's in jail right now. It's Monday, she in jail right now. She'll be in jail until she get to see the judge on Thursday, and I guess they'll give her some kind of bail or something. But this shit ain't right. That shit ain't motherfucking right. For that place to be on the type of time that they on, this New York City Human Resources Administration, for them to be on that type of time with their customers, that's not a good look. They fucking up on our dollar. But look, with this place, the New York City Human Resources Administration, I went to Yelp, right? Just to check out their ratings. Nobody really rated them. They only had 1 rating from some dude. He said he came there inquiring about public assistance. Basically, he had an issue with the wait being long, and he wrote some other shit. I just read that part of it. He gave him 2 stars, and I'm like, what the fuck? Nah. This is what we do. So I went on, and I gave him 1 star. Wish I could have gave him 0, but Yelp don't let you give him 0 stars. But let me read to y'all what I wrote. So under their Yelp rating, it's now at a 1.5, 1.5 stars, because I gave them 1 star, the lowest they would allow you to give them. But what I said is their security called in America's notoriously anti-black police on a black woman and her 1-year-old she was holding for sitting on their floor. Yes, for sitting. When the waiting area ran out of chairs. When the race soldiers violently snatched the baby from the woman and imprisoned the woman, this place made no public statement calling for their heads, nor did they fire their security officer who mismanaged the situation to begin with. They are too barbaric to produce a chair for a woman and a baby. They'd rather escalate the situation to calling race soldiers who, from precinct to precinct nationally, have been exposed time and time again, targeting black people with brute force and lack of regard at the most benign settings due to quotas and orders from their higher-ups. Police are anti-black, period. And New York Human Services dropped their draws on this. Meaning they dropped the ball, they dropped their draws. For a public office, this place is managed in a very barbaric, very backwards, Neanderthalish manner. And then I made a hashtag, Free Jasmine Headley. So that's what I'm saying about this shit. So anybody that is on my channel, if we can get the Yelp rating down to straight 0, that would be great. So go on motherfucking Yelp, go to New York City Human Resources Administration, and hit them with that good old 1 star. Cause fuck them. They're not gonna release the name of the security guard. They, again, like I said, painting a narrative of criminality around black victims. That's what they do. In a white supremacist terrorist society, I talk about it all the time. You should see how all the different media outlets are spinning it. This alleged police misconduct. Alleged police, what do you mean alleged? The shit was on fucking camera. Talking about troubling. This incident was troubling. This incident was unacceptable. All these different words, right? Well, how is it a troubling video, but then what happened was allegedly, right? Some of them same articles where they use the word troubling and unacceptable, as far as the conduct of the police officers that fucking showed up, also say allegedly these officers were acting in a barbaric, fucked up ass way. You can't have them both at the same time. It's either unacceptable or it's allegedly. And these are allegations. These are happenstances that need to be proven or disproven by virtue of some sort of investigation. That's what allegedly sound like to me. That you have to either prove something or disprove something. And also, the bank that I'm planning on interviewing next, the George Washington Carver Bank, One United Bank, they haven't responded yet, but it's okay. There's other banks. We're gonna just keep it moving until they holler back. But George Washington Carver Bank is in Brooklyn, where this happened. I want to see if I can persuade them that this is why we need pro-black politicians brought into existence by pro-black lobbyism to get on the heads of these cops for these public antics that they pull in publicly paid for places. There's no politician in that area that's putting the pressure to the police for them to give up who these officers are and make sure they're removed and never have a job ever again. No politician in Brooklyn is doing that, and that is a problem. Somebody was in the comments of the video that I saw this on. I saw this on Radical Home Goddess, and shout out to Radical Home Goddess, Sister Ajali. I thank you for all your work you do, sister, and for the few subscribers you send my way, I thank you for that. Thank you for all that work, Miss Lady. Thank you, thank you. You know, somebody in the comments was like, oh man, this reminds me of when our babies was getting snatched from their mothers during slavery. Man, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that shit, it brings up some sort of current within you as a black person when you see that. It brings something out of you when you see a black child being snatched from a black mother, like they did our sister Jasmine Headley. It make you want to blow somebody's head off, you know? So that's why I'm saying, like, we need black-minded politics. People that's willing to move on blackness being offended or blackness being better. You know what I mean? When it comes up to black well-being, they willing to move. You understand? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, so you know when I'm dropping. Get it, y'all.